Uh, it's 11:11 Central. And I want to talk about because sometimes you don't feel like doing stuff. And it reminds me of what my mom would always say of like put on your grown up and get put on your grown up underwear and get to work. And there is this human part of us when someone's having a hard time, you're like, "Oh, you're having a hard time. Okay, well go like take a little break and like look after yourself." And true, healthy and good for us. But then sometimes, like, come on, you're here on the earth. You woke up today because we need you, just like you. And I love the way the universe works. Like, I was in this moment. So, family is super important to me. And I'm looking at this project that I need to get done. So, I need to finish this book in time. And then there's a family dinner. And they're my stepmom's family. And I wasn't going to go. And then my aunt texts me. She's like, well, she's from out of town. Okay, for sure I have to go up because I wasn't going to go. And then she texted me and then I sit there talking to these amazing people because I just want to say the people in your family are the most famous people in the whole freaking world. Like, that is one of the messed up things that my mom used to tell me about family is like, oh, your family are the most important people and you treat them like they're the most famous people in the world. Now, my family are not famous, but they're famous to me. And in beside me, there is actually like a real famous person that came in, a friend of a friend that came into the family, and I started talking to him. And and it was so interesting because when I see people, I see them right to their soul. And he was telling me his story. It's like, oh, okay, this is what's going. And he's looking at me like, oh, like yeah. And this 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 balance of this talented man who has this voice that needs to be heard. So, like, how wonderful my mission is to help people to use their voice and to use them. And right beside me is someone who has nothing stopping from using his voice, and he's choosing not to use his voice. Totally fine. It's his journey, it's his thing. And then at the same time, the person I am, this business coach, this thing, what I am, and I'm just like, I'm not going to be soft on people because there's no excuses. Just put on, we're going to talk about underwear. Yeah, we're going to talk about underwear. Here we go. We're talking about underwear. Put on your grown up underwear. Being a grown up sucks. Let's be real. It does. But as a grown up, you have freedom. And when you make this big, juicy goal, you need to have a goal that's so freaking big. And this is scary. Making a dream so freaking good and doing it just for you, not for anyone else. You do it just for you. There's something of this, of you can't make this dream for someone else. You have to do it for yourself. And give yourself permission to have this crazy dream. So, my dream, I'm going to help people all around the world to help this disabled, these brain damage, so that they can, to let them know that these limits are giving hope that it can be more than this. So, freaking get up, put on your grown up, and act like a freaking grown up and get things done. And all you have to do is right now in this moment to be like, you have to make one small action towards this big goal. And who knows if you're ever going to get this goal. You want this goal to be a miracle. There's no way it can happen. And every day you do one boring thing to get what it's going. And it's I was joking with this man I was like, "Oh, you're soft. That's the problem with you." Because he was successful really fast. And I joking that he's soft. He's not. He is disciplined. And he got up every day and he worked on the sport. And then his art and worked on there every day. And you can see that he is a big heart. And his voice, he had the confidence to use his voice when other people couldn't. And people needed to hear that voice. So brilliant. Freaking. So if this is here, it's to remind you that's what you need to do. And there's the dream. Dream needs to be big. And your goals are tiny little goals. And we're going to talk about a little psychology too, because the okay, yeah, I'm just saying, just make one small goal. But what happens is it wires our brain to this is important. So when you tell yourself with this dream, with emotions, our brain likes to solve it. Our brain is a solving problem machine. And so when you look at this and you go, okay, here, here's my big juicy goal that it can be a miracle. It will take my whole life. Who cares if I'll ever get it there because I'm going to one small goal every day. And when I make the small goal that tells our brain, this is important, and our brain starts solving and finding this. And what's so interesting is that our brain is so powerful, it will get us faster than you ever think it'll get you. So those small actions every day, these boring things to get to the goal, will wire our brain to solve this problem and to get you where to go. So if you're stuck, I put on a song, put on a song that makes you dance and move your body, because when you move your body, it moves. When you move our energy, it takes the depression, the sadness out. And then when you make an action, one boring action, and then you do the next one, and you do the next one, and you do the next one. And it's important to also have this family as well, this community, this balance between, I don't want us to work all the time. I want to take the time off and to show up our family dinners and hang out with these famous people that are sitting beside you that, there's just a mom and a dad and a kid. But when you think of them like they're the most famous people in the world, somehow everything works out. So keep getting up and keep going. And remind you, if you woke up today, it's because we need you, just like you. You can level up, you can get better. Totally recommend that. And we'll see you Monday to Friday to 11 Central. Have a wonderful day. Keep going. Oh, and happy Easter.